after we know we get into confrontations with them, arguments all the time with them. They do shit. Why we keep them around?
So I don't keep them around.
Okay.
After I realize that you a fake friend, I normally put you at a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I come around, it's a cordial type of environment. But like to think that we gonna go back to exchanging personal stories or have conversation, yeah, that's a no for me.
Okay.
But on behalf of other folk, a lot of people be having a lot of faith in people. Like a lot of people put trust in people too early
Mm.
before
What do you
they
mean
get
by
to see
that?
the real
Hold
side
on,
of
hold on.
somebody.
What do you mean by that? Too early? I need to know. I need to know what you mean by too early, because early is no set time limit. What's too early?
So like, okay, so where I'm at, I always see people that can literally meet somebody and 2 days later they considering this person their best friend. I'm not one of them people where you can be my best friend within the first 3 days of us meeting. I don't care. I don't care. It take a little bit. Like I'm not saying that there is no trust there when I meet you, whatever, however, because you automatically you got a clean slate. I don't know you from Adam and Eve. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
have to get to know you in order to figure out what you about, what's
Absolutely.
your values, what's your morals, what's your aura, what's the energy that you bring around. Like, you know what I mean? I have to figure out all of that to figure out if we're even going to be compatible in the same goddamn space.
Okay.
Why? Because I know how I am. And after a certain period of time, a lot of people start to piss me off. And it's just, I don't even know.
I knew you was
Love
gonna say that
people,
shit.
but I hate them bitches too at the same time. So
I
one
knew you
minute
was
you
gonna
got
say
the
that shit.
loving side, the next minute you got the fucked up side because I can't handle it. And I can't be in a
Hello, welcome to the Gag-Order. I'm Allee Major, and tonight we're diving into some of the best and worst of the Gag-Order 2023. Huh. It's been a wild ride, and who better than to recap it with than my fabulous co-host Keya. What up, Keya? How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. So I would like for you to grab your snacks, settle in, and let's get this party started. Honey.
Somebody was like one child, nigga. Like I got
Yeah.
6 kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You ain't
Imagine that
Who does that though?
God bless me. I was fruitful and I multiplied. Don't judge
I
me.
get it. Again, I'm not judging you at all. I'm not judging you at all. Hey.
But you gotta pay. Look, you gotta pay to play, man.
You
You
gonna have
gotta
to
pay to
pay
play.
now. 1,400.
You gotta
When
pay
he
to
was
play.
listen,
You
when
was
he was feeding
multiplied.
the
You was multiplied, and the county was getting high. How about that?
All in the same. That's degrading somebody all in the same. It
Well,
is
I think
degrading. It is degrading.
okay. Well, and here's the thing: that's not a matter of opinion. The thing, what you have to understand is you can call it degrading, but once again, when you look at statistics, men, when I mean these are polls, these are Pew polls, and these that you can actually look up. Men between the ages of 15 to 65 find women between the ages of 22 and 25 the most attractive. Okay, so and that's all men. You know what I mean? That's a huge portion of men. So and what you have to understand is that we're calling someone low value. It's not so much a diminishment. Yes, people feel bad, but it's not diminishing the person. All I'm saying is that your sexual market value diminishes as a woman with age. Okay, that's it. Your sexual market value with children
I
diminishes
don't think
as a
so.
woman.
I
It just
don't think the So we're gonna start it right here. Ah, thoughts. Let me get thoughts.
Where was I at for that show? Was I sick?
Yes, you were. You were sick that show. That's when you were in the hospital.
I'm like, wait,
That was
I
the
had to
High
have been.
Value Man show. That was the High Value Man show right there.
I'm happy I missed that one. Me and him would have been beefing the whole night. He wouldn't have liked nothing I had to say.
You know, it's funny. You said that before the show even aired. You told me that before you were in the hospital. You told me you were going to have a problem with that. Okay, so I have a question for you. What
What's
was
up?
your favorite show since you've been on the Gag?
The one with Corey.
I'm glad it's
favorite is
hard.
Corey.
I'm glad it's hard. That means we had a lot of good shows on here.
Yeah, because it went from, the Quahilia and May Jean situation. That was a good show too, because that was
Yes,
funny
that
to
was
me.
a good one.
I
That
was
was a good
cracking
one.
up. That was
That
a
was-
really good one. And then of course, I'm gonna pick Corey. I'm gonna
Okay.
pick Corey.
Okay.
I have to, because
Okay.
that was the funniest. Like out of everything and everybody on here, look.
You know
He
what?
can come back. 'cause
I
that's
got
a
a
good
clip
laugh.
for Corey. I got a clip for Corey from you. May. Give him a second. May, give him a second. Give him 1 second. Give him 1 second, May. May, give him a second.
For one, I never said I'm a therapist. I'm not a therapist.
Okay.
A therapist is when you go and you lay on that couch.
Yep.
You go lay on that couch. That's a therapist. For two, sleeping.
Keep going, Mr. Hubbard. Keep going, Mr. Hubbard. Keep going. I'm trying to calm May down. Go ahead.
Number two, I don't shit where I lay my head at. Business and pleasure is totally two different things. I don't sleep with none of
Corey was a character on the show. I will say that he was drunk. He was always drunk, and that's one thing I can count on him to have been.
Absolutely. Look, my favorite question. How many shots in we is today, buddy?
That's that was a pretty good show. That was a pretty good show. My favorite show, if I had to pick a favorite, which will be hard, it's probably my one-on-one shows. And I probably couldn't really choose which one is my favorite. I mean, me and Jinx had some real good one-on-one. Me and you had some real good one-on-one. Me and T had some good one-on-ones. Like, I've had some really good one-on-ones where we've had some great conversations. And it's hard for me, especially as being the person behind all of this, to choose which one would be my favorite. Because there's so many. Quahilia was over the top. Quahilia was, you wasn't here for all of her shows. But I'm going to pull up a clip for you. I believe I have one. So just hold on 1 second. Where's my internet screen? Let's go over here. Yeah, let's pull this up.
I wish God of the Bible. And I feel God of the world.
Hold on, Star. She gagged you. Let her explain why she gagged you. Don't start riffing and getting louder.
So
this is a peaceful conversation.
You saying that it's God of the world and God of the Bible? The world is of the devil.
Enemy. The enemy.
And so I'm not gonna put God as the world. As
God is not part of the world. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. There's two types of God, which is the devil. There's God of the world.
I don't worship the devil. I worship God.
Yes,
so
I worship
you're
God
calling
too.
the devil a God in himself. That's what you're calling him.
He's
okay,
Satan,
then that's what I need. That's where I need to go.
Yes.
That's where I need to go.
Yes,
okay.
evil God.
Now I can understand. Go ahead.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, because I can understand. Okay, keep going.
Neeby said that's not the craziest, but that was on the line of what and let me tell you the truth, Keya. The topic of the show had nothing to do with what she was talking about. Nothing to do with what she was talking about. I believe at that time the topic of the show was what about society? That was the name of the show. The topic was what about society? And I swear, Kia, she just came out of nowhere, left field, and just went on a rant about how she was in Florida and got her unborn baby's child elbow stuck in her rib cage and it hurt when she was running from the Ku Klux Klan. Yo, the shit was off the top. It was over the top. It was crazy. I loved it. It was fucking wonderful. And yes, that was crazy. Kia, you do not know that before when I first started, it was me, Jinx, Tony, and T. T and Tony have been my homeboys for years and years. And yeah, like we talking about like 18, 20 year understanding of each other. And
You
they
just
used to
made
be on the
yourself sound so old.
you said what? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't really care. That's cool with me. I'm straight with that because I understand that I am not. So it's cool. But if you got long term relationships that you had from when you was children, then you know shit. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, those has been my partners for a long time. And T is a funny ass dude, man. We had so much fun on this show making jokes about each other. You seen the one right there in the beginning where he said that he had like 7, 8, 9 kids, and I quickly retorted, "Who the fuck does that?" Hey, like for real, we had some real good times on this show. So I will ask you now, like who was the person on this show that you really got in tune with and can have a conversation with when you were on the show? I know there's been some people you can't. I know there's been some people you could, but who could you really have a conversation with? Who was the personality on the show that clicked with you that you was like, okay?
Jinx and Alicia.
I knew you was gonna say
My
that shit.
girls, shout out to the girls. Shout
I knew
out
you
to
was
the
gonna say that
girls.
shit. I knew you was gonna say that shit right
You know it. You
there.
know it. Because at the same time, like, Jinx is the blatant one. Jinx gonna say whatever the fuck she feel like saying, and I'm with her on that. And then there's also Alicia, which is more so on that quieter side, but she gonna say what she gotta say. She ain't gonna raise her voice too much.
Okay.
So it's like I go in between both of them. So like I could have a conversation with Alicia without raising my voice. I could have a conversation with Jinx. Blatant is what it is. Okay, blunt as fuck. It's no cut cut, so it
Okay.
don't matter.
Okay, I get that.
Like
I
either
get
one of
that.
them is easy to have a conversation without it being obstructed and taken the wrong way.
I do have clips of Jinx, and you know I got plenty of clips. There's clips all over the internet of you girls up here, and you guys did have a little connection. Jinx was very special to the show. Jinx started this show with me. I appreciate her, and her and T are always, always, always welcome to come back and ride on this show anytime they want to. But yet and still, uh, this has been a great journey, and I'm so proud and so happy of all of this. Speaking of Jinx and T, hold on.
Knowledge and emotion have to have a particular balance in
Mhm.
order for them both to be as effective as they should be.
Yes,
Period.
fully agreed.
Period.
Fully.
If you don't have the correct balance in any given situation of knowledge and emotion, you don't know which one to let overpower or be the stronger in that particular situation. You gonna fail and fall short every fucking time.
That's right.
Every time.
But balance is the key to everything in this world, in our life. Like it's all about balance. Because like they say,
Unfortunately.
statistically, please don't bash me world for this, but they say statistically women are emotional and men are logical, right? That's
Yep.
bullshit. These days there's a lot of emotional ass niggas out here and
Tell the
there's a lot
truth.
of women. Like
Tell
you
the
feel me?
truth.
Like tell the truth, shame the devil, but for real, for real. But that also leads me back to my favorite saying I tell everybody: when emotions go up, logics go down, and vice versa. If you're too
Yep.
emotional, you ain't thinking straight.
Those right there were two of the people who started this show with me. And as you see, we've always tried to keep this show we tried to run it with some common sense. All right, we always try to use common sense in our conversation, logic in our conversation, and I just try to be real as possible, and I try not to sugarcoat shit. I don't want to sugarcoat my life or tell anybody else to do shit out of sugarcoat because that's a lie. It's all bullshit. Like just like the streets. I love the streets, man. I used to run that shit all the fucking time, but I swear to God, like now I look at it and I know that shit didn't love me at all. Like you don't love nobody. You could die. You could, all that shit could happen quick. So it's like it's all like it's like a trick. You know what I mean? A white dude in a truck see a see a girl walking down the street. He thinks she beautiful as fuck until she roll up. That's why they call it a trick. I'm gonna just be honest. But for real, you know, it's up to us in society to tell the truth to people and be honest. It don't matter, you know, your fuck ups is your fuck ups. How you fuck up in your life is you know, can't nobody change that. You can't change it. You can change your future, but your past, you can't go unless you got a time machine. You can't go backwards and change the shit that you did in the past. So you might as well be honest, real, and open about the shit so somebody else can learn from your fuck ups and your mistakes. And that's how I believe, man. You know, I have always, and on this show we really started getting in deep with prison and what it took to come out of prison. And I stated that I didn't want to stay in that mind state. I didn't want to show that I talked about that shit every single day, just to keep repeating it in my mind every single fucking day. So I wanted a show that was different, that talked about other things about life, real things about life that people, you know, usually don't want to talk about or get a little jittery or get angry when you talk about it. I wanted to talk about that shit. And that right there is what fueled me to keep going with this. Can you do you remember the artist show? Were you here for the artist show? Were you here with the artists? Can you tell me what you liked or what you didn't like about that show? I really want to bring more shows like that about. So tell me what you liked, what you didn't like.
Hey, I knew that this was.
Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Pull that shotgun out and bust
You
it.
know I'm not. Hold on, wait, pause. You know I ain't finna hold back with nothing, okay?
All right, so come on, let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it.
I'm trying to remember. I can't.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to remember the lineup.
Well, we had the lineup. The lineup was easy. It was it was my
What's
brother.
the two guys?
Yep, it was my brother. It was my brother, the singer. And then it was Sagacity, I believe. No, we opened up with quarantine music. We opened up with my niggas from quarantine.
Shout out to quarantine music.
Yeah,
I apologize for
opened
not
up with
remembering your name,
quarantine.
but y'all was the
Yeah.
one.
We opened up with quarantine. And then we came and then we came with Van Williams. And then after Van Williams came Sagacity. And then after Sagacity,
Was the poet.
yeah, it was my boy Huggy. Huggy came after Sagacity.
Yep. Shout out to Huggy too, because I fuck with him. He can come back.
Salute, my G.
I fuck with him.
Absolutely.
They can come back. I like them too.
But yeah, so what did you like about that show? What key? I know you like quarantine music. Quarantine music had your song.
Yeah.
So
they did.
But what else? But what else did you like about the show that we can actually bring back that you would like to bring back?
Okay, so I like when it come down to the music, I'm a musical person. Mm-hmm. So anything music, I'm gonna be more accustomed to go towards. I like music, so There's nothing really that you could do to steer me wrong. I listen to just about everything. Don't put no opera on around me. No opera, no classical, because I can't handle the classical.
I can sing. I can sing it for you. I can sing.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. And not the classical. I get so over pissed off when it comes to classical music, and I think it's because every time I get put on hold when I'm calling the doctor's office, somebody got some dumbass classical music on, and then they take too long to answer the phone, so I can't handle the classical no more. And then, like I said, I like Huggy because I like poetry too. Poetry is a form of music in a way. I like that it tells a story. I like that there's different ways to perceive it. And there's different ways to have people look at it and try to I guess reading between. I guess you can call it reading in between the lines. You can call it however they decipher it, or whatever you want to call it. But I like that there's multiple viewpoints to what they talking about and what's going on. This gonna sound so fucking weird, and I don't care how weird it sounds. So, for some reason, I like the darker sounding poems. Like some of the darker sounding poems hit deeper than some of those light flower blooms and sunny trees.
I know why.
Like, you know what I mean?
I know why. That's easy. That's an easy one. What's your life like? What you been through? Talk to me.
Yeah.
Exactly. The blues is very contagious. You know what I'm saying? That's why the blues was contagious, because people understood the blue notes and how the sound was, and they was sad, and it brought like a party but sad vibe to it, just like poets. They bring you a reality push, but yet still they bring it in a way that like hits you, and it's like energetic. You feel the energy from them. And that's what you like about that shit right there. I love.
And I like when music and poetry tells the actual story. Like, you know how they set the background for you, and I like.
Right.
Tell me the whole story. I need the background. I need to know the plot twist. I need to know all of it.
That's right. That's right. Me too. And they break it down. Good poets break that shit down and have you sitting there sobbing by the end of their poem. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh my gosh, like, damn, he just did that.
Stuck in thought. Yeah, it make you think real
Absolutely.
deep. Like,
absolutely. That's what I love about that shit. That's what I love about that shit. That's what I love about that shit right there. You know, I give homage where it's due, man. I give homage where it's really due. And writers, people who can write, creators, they can't beat them, man. They can make something out of their mind, out of nothing, and that's perfect. You know what I'm saying it's a perfect Oriental dream. So let's get into what you didn't like. Let's get into people you didn't like. Who on this show was it that you really couldn't stand?
It's so contradicting that it's funny as shit. Cause
Corey. Oh shit. Oh, you like them and you hate them. You love them and you hate them. That's a true relationship.
That's why I had to fucking laugh at it, because I'm like, damn, like, Corey was the only one that pissed me off.
Okay, I got another one for you. Let's take this to something you haven't seen before.
Tonight, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get. Go back and watch the show. You gonna see what I said. The show is out there.
Hey y'all, this is like having Ray Charles lead the horse down to the lake that he can't see.
Hey, Ali.
Yeah, what up?
I'm gonna turn this to a reality show, bro. Reality TV show, bro. It's up from here, bro. This reality TV show, bro.
Okay, brother.
Hey,
shit. Shit.
Hey, you need me to contact VH1 or MTV?
All right, do that. Okay. Yeah, you may not remember that. That was after the party.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember
snuck that one in there.
Everything that he said started to contradict itself all over again. Everything. Every time he told the story, he got lost trying to get us to the point. I'm like, what's the point? Why do we go around America?
He had no point. He had no point. I'm gonna tell you, he had no point, yo. I swear, it's like one of them things that you clickbait on fucking YouTube or something, and you waiting to see the shit that you came looking for, and you'll never get that shit. He was good at that shit right there. That shit was funny as fuck. That shit was funny as hell. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what part of the show did I gag him, because I gagged him so hard.
Yes, you did. Both of you guys. You guys. That was one person on this show that you guys ate alive. Like, seriously, he got to a point. He got so bad to a point where I was trying to help him, because you guys just kept giving it to him. And I believe, like for real, I heard pedophiles. I heard all of that shit come out in that show. And I was like, what the fuck? I was sitting here trying to control this shit. And I was just like, it was you and May. Y'all was just bombing him. And I was like, God damn, y'all won't even give that brother a second to
We was
breathe.
playing pinball out this
Hell
bitch.
nah. I was like, damn, y'all ain't give him a second to breathe. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I ain't never seen that shit. He couldn't handle that shit.
And then wanted to come back on the damn show.
Yeah, he did. That's a true trooper. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I will tell you like this. Keya, if you want something bad enough, you gotta believe it. And you yourself gotta believe it, and you yourself gotta push it, and you yourself. I don't give a fuck if nobody else believe you. You better push that shit like this no fucking tomorrow. Cause for real, that's what you want to do. That's where you want to go. So you can get there. They call it fake it till you make it. For real. I heard that from many old people before. Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Guess what? You better get your ass up there and do it if that's what the fuck you want to do. So I applaud anybody, and especially I told y'all on the show when Corey was here, like seriously, he going for what he believed. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter whether he was or he wasn't. It didn't matter whether he made sense. It didn't matter what the fuck was going on. If he believed it, then he was gonna work himself to it.
Yeah.
And I say that to
I
everybody.
just wish he had a valid point.
He had no valid point, and I think that was his plot. I think that was his ploy. I think some people come on here with gimmicks, and some people come up here already set trying to do something. And for real, I think he was one of those people that had a gimmick, and that's why it didn't last. As far as I understand, it didn't last because it was a gimmick. Gimmicks don't last. You got to be.
Yeah, no, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? You got. It's a different game, man. It's a different game when you present something to the people and it's a fraud, or you present something to the people and it's just you just being you. You know what I'm saying?
What was the one word that he kept on saying that we didn't know the definition to? And then when I turned around, either.
Yo, he didn't know the definition to himself. That was one of the craziest things. And right now, Keya, I'm gonna go ahead and take us to a commercial. We'll be right back. Host Major and Keya. Today we have a very
call it the International Coach Federation, but
just by seeing who
You sound like a narcissist right now. It sounds like
about what?
Yeah, tell me about this little picture right here. Tell me really what gives you inspiration to think of something in this of this dramatic impact. Because this right here, to me, when I first seen it, I said, whoa. Because I remember words like, what do they call them, mammies or something like that. Mm-hmm. Back in the days, yeah. It used to be the black woman who took the white child and then breastfed them and took care of them like they were their own child. What made you think of something like this?
So, I learned a lot about Black history while sitting in prison. And I was angry. I got upset. I was mad. Learning about what had really been done to us because I really didn't know. So sitting in there, I started reversing the roles. And when I came home, I was no longer mad. But what I was already, I guess you could say, knee deep in doing art. So, and doing especially this type of art. So I started doing this picture. And on that picture,
right there is my brother Carlos.
Wait, what's his Instagram name? Hold on.
Carlos Walker. That's my brother. Carlos Walker.
Hold on, follow him on Instagram because he fire.
That's what it
I
is.
fuck with the artist.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You hear, Carlos? Look at me. Anyways, man. Okay, let's get back to the script. So that was an artist show, and me, and Carlos are artists. We all draw. We all have artwork. We're all artists, and that was a show dedicated to artists. And we all were showing our artworks, and we all were showing things that we have did before. And that was a great show. It was very down to earth, home, and relaxed. We just we just had a complete. We just like I said, some of these shows I can't tell you which ones are my favorite because there's so many, and we had so many good shows on here that it's like, oh my gosh, like seriously. I can't choose. I can't choose, Keya. I can tell you who was my least favorite. I'm not gonna say I disliked them because I didn't dislike them at all, but they were quite disrespectful. I'm gonna say it's not Quahelia because Quahelia, she had her own flavor. She had her own fire. She did. She just didn't know how to control it. She was wild. She was over the top. But
Yeah, she was open
yeah,
flame.
she was over the top. But the person that I disliked on the show the most, I love him. He probably mine, yo. I don't want him to say that. I don't want to say this, but my old boy Tony. My nigga was
Why?
why? Because okay, let me tell you, Kia, this was one of the worst incidents that happened on my show. I had one of my dearest friends come on the show. He's a professor. I had Brian Heat come by, and Brian Heat talks to thousands and thousands of people. He's a motivational speaker, and he's also one of my professors that was in PGCC. And I brought him by, and we having a good show. And my homeboy chooses at the time to hop in his convertible car with the top down at night with the speaker on, his phone was on speaker, and he drove at 80, 90, 100 miles an hour down the street, and the wind was so fucking bad that it was fucking ridiculous. I could not believe it. I could not believe that he ruined that show for me. But yeah, that show, I could not get video. It was like 15 minutes of video that was going on at that show. The whole thing, my guest got up, stood up, and left off camera. All of that, man. I felt so horrible that show. Like seriously, that was like, damn, dude. Then like he did me wrong, like that show. And for real, it just was what it was. But my homeboy did me the filthiest on this show. So yeah, I probably was the maddest at him on this show right here. And I say that in true confidence that he'll understand that I mean the truth. I mean the motherfucking truth. That shit is for real. That shit is motherfucking for real. And yeah, the nigga that was dumb. That was really dumb. That was dumb as hell. And but I'm trying to pull up this clip with my boy T right now. There we go. Here we go. Let me split this. You ain't never seen this one before. I'll make you laugh right quick. Let's go over here to my internet screen. Pardon me, y'all, for the little pause. But I'm trying to get everything together. We got so much footage in here.
Women out here shelling it out.
Yeah, I have
too.
I seen it. And
so,
that's a remedy for women to do it, though.
According to your analogy, right? According to your analogy, everybody tricking around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? In every relationship you're tricking.
Yeah,
because
relationships
now,
is pure trick.
Now niggas is taking turns with the dates. They take turns with the dates. There used to be men out here just with the, oh, can I take you out? Let me get you a corset.
Who's taking turns with dates?
Nigga, that's what I'm. Every fucking body, nigga.
So what you're saying is men are no longer having to take the no longer
blame-
having to step up and take the woman out anymore. She's doing it automatically.
They taking you out too, son. Blame Steve Harvey. He told him to
It's
date
more-
like a man, nigga.
How many women took you out on a date and paid for it?
Me?
Yeah. Let me ask you, how many women took you out?
You want a real number or like
Go shit. That was some real
an
shit.
estimate or some shit like that? Because the fuck? The fuck?
That's what I mean. Shots going off everywhere. That's what I mean. Yo, like the chemistry up here was so beautiful, and I'm so thankful. And yo, like for real, this shit right here has been amazing. I will say it's been amazing. So now that I found out and asked you who did you dislike the most, and I heard Corey from you, but you said also that you like Corey at the same time. I will ask you, have I been thrilling enough to you? Have I asked? See, I'm about to ask something. See, when I pause like that, I'm about to ask something like, okay, it deals with me. So, am I thrilling enough for you? Do I question you enough or throw jabs enough at you? How about that?
Hell yeah. I ain't supposed to be tongue tied and tongue twisted and stuck in a fucking trance trying to figure out the answer like that. Hell yeah. What do you mean? I'd be ready to say something.
I just had to ask. I just had to ask and figure out how I'm doing. Because if I'm not doing it, then somebody got to do it. You know, I might have to ask May to step up a little bit and just start bombing shit.
You know I ain't got no issue with telling you when you fucking up.
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Please do. Please do. I like to steer the right way. I like to be I like to keep myself on an even plane. But
you know how many times you had me stuck in thought trying to answer a question where I had to be like, hold on, wait a second.
That's a good thing.
Let me sit back and reevaluate the question.
That's a good
then
thing.
I'd be sitting there like, is this a trick question? Cause you be on it. You be funny with the shit. And I'd be trying to figure out, it's a trick question. He playing with me? He being funny.
All right, so I did just find something, right? I did just find something with a Miss Deneen Robinson that I really want you to see, Keya.
Wait, let's go.
Society face on a daily. See, my old show used to be old crafted. Like I used to have a whole little scenery behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen that shit right there before to our viewers. First, I would like to introduce my special guest, Miss Deneen Robinson. Yes. How you doing tonight, Miss Robinson?
I know. I am doing fine. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful. And I would like for you, before I do anything else, just to give me a second and explain to my guest and co-host who you are and what you do.
Well, good evening, everyone. I am a professor at Prince George's Community College. I teach human courses in a design curriculum. University of Maryland, Baltimore campus. I teach graduate engineering, leadership management courses. I have my own consulting company called Dr. Robinson Strategic Creation. We do staff development and training for leaders to make sure that they are producing a DEI workforce where everyone can excel, because when they excel as a workforce, then the company excels as well in the industry. And I have
Now, these are the things that I was trying to do. I was trying to bring in these professors and these people to try and educate the people. And I still wanted to, but at the same time, like I said, if I had people up here who hop in convertibles and go in police chases while they on the show, you know what I'm saying? Then,
well, now you don't. So can we do it? Because I would like to.
I'm trying once again, Keya. I just gotta get everything understood and noted. Times were hard in the beginning. I was just learning and I was trying to get everything switched over. And we're gonna get back to it. We still doing it. It's just the fact that haven't been able to get in touch with Miss Deneen, or let me just be honest, I've been extremely busy. I could call her, But I've been extremely busy with school, trying to move this business, trying to keep me intact, and trying to keep everything in order. And I'm sorry
It's
to
cool. We can make our way back to it. It's fine. We'll
absolutely.
circle
I'm
back.
sorry to people that I haven't been able to get in contact with. You are on my mind, but yet and still, life be lifing, man. The fuck, man. Shit, life be lifing. Anyways, we're gonna do this right here before we start cutting out. I spoke about and we spoke about Huggy, my boy Huggy. Much respect to my boy, and I did have a clip from him, and I always keep a clip from him, and I'll play it right now just to get people back in tune with Huggy Bear. And you can find him online. You can find him anywhere. It's my brother, and get my boy Huggy. Huggy, set the stage up.
All right, so basically, it ain't nothing but God, man, because this poem, I want to do, man, it speaks to everything we're talking about, and we've had a rash of gun violence, youth gun violence here. We just got through with Mardi Gras. We had a whole bunch of shootings and killings this over the
Oh, you in
weekend,
Louisiana?
and
Nah,
I got
he in
this piece,
Alabama.
man,
Alabama.
that talks about how this music is influencing our people, and how they make. Let me take off, man. Here we go. This poem is entitled "Paved to the Grave." America's the land of milk and honey, but most black folks ain't got no beehives or no cows. And we got a bunch of poor kids looking for love, money, and respect, even if they have to do what the law won't allow. So they get married to them streets, they get what they click, and they take that vow. They trying to fill Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the streets only one showing them how. Some become so cold-blooded and lazy and hustle. They want it all right now. And that music says easy and quicker to rob and kill somebody than to have to wipe some sweat off your brow. And deep down, they scared and lost in a dangerous world looking for a place to belong. So they entice and gravitate to the ignorance of the gangster music because it makes them feel powerful and strong. Then some say it's the lack of spirituality got them not scared to walk that green mile. See, when you don't fear death and you don't fear God, you can care less about a judge or a trial. And when you get in that courtroom, you're going to be one more savage dope boy in this pile. You're going to give you 25 years for the coke and the gun, and that life without parole was for your smile. I'm going to say this simple and plain, so it won't be no more ambiguity. Nothing or no one from the government is coming to save our community. We're going to have to do this ourselves and with our own ingenuity. Marvin Gaye told us what was going on a long time ago. It's time we raise our acuity. There's too much apathy amongst our people, trying to bring back the love and the unity. And just because you figure like you raise your kids right, that don't mean your family gets immunity. In the hood, death could be just around the corner, and someone you love could pay for your impunity. Because he'll serve anybody in his presence and then make you pay a gratuity. The sad truth is, a lot of us, we've embraced this death in our culture like we want it to be ours. So between the streets, the internet, or the TV, we've been entertained every first 48 hours. Then we idolize and praise these gangsters like they bravehearts, but they need guns and numbers for their power. A gang ain't number one real killer, two co-signers, and a bunch of scared, weak little cowards. And everybody say they standing on business. Look at the business you standing in. You surrounded by guns, drugs, cutthroats, robbers, junkies, and a bunch of sin. You might as well be riding the back of a tiger or inside of a lion's den. Because the moment you fall off, they're going to eat your ass alive, and that stash ain't going to make it to your next of kin. What happened to the music we made filled with love, inspiration, and hope? Why everything got to be about killing, sex, selling, or doing dope? We bombard our kids with this ignorance, and then we wonder why they can't cope. We on a free fall to oblivion, and y'all still talking about a slippery slope. Everything's changed. It's backwards. They throwing away their lives trying to imitate that art. And we got parents going right along with the bullshit and not around enough to play their parts. And after 3 decades of this indoctrination, our people on a disastrous leg, while leaders just sit back and contemplate and debate which came first, the chicken or the egg. So we stay enslaved to these traditions that keeping us as a slave. We know it's poison to our system, but it's all we seem to crave. When black folks do anything, it immediately becomes all the rage. Now a tsunami of death coming our way, and we're the ones who created the wave. Rob, kill, sex, hell, have drugs. Look how they teaching our kids to behave. Y'all excuse me. They can care less about what our kids suggest. Money's the only thing they trying to save. They laying a path to our people's destruction, and our kids taking it because it's paved. While these record execs make billions of dollars wrapping them to penitentiaries and early graves. Now, they'll ban me if I feed you the whole truth. So I'm gonna leave with this little appetizer. These same record execs are highly invested in private prisons as well as all the top money advisors. And they have a fiduciary duty to keep you shooting and killing each other and not to make you stronger or wiser. Growing thug niggas is America's #1 cash crop, and they're using rap music for fertilizer. So that's why I keep my rhyme fat like Joe. A trio burger with no bun. I'm trying to feed you so healthier, so I'm gonna leave you with this little poem. I ain't no rapper, but I rhyme a lot, and it's usually not happy and fun. So I'm trying to make a difference with my word before my time here is done. Because all this senseless violence in our community weighs on my spirit like a ton. And I feel like if I can save at least one life, I feel like I already won. Now I know my words. They never convince no real killer to put down no gun. I'm just hoping and praying they'll keep them from being picked up by one of y'all, somebody else's son.
Okay, Keya, what's going on? You know what time that is. That's the random screen, and I got a random question for you from the audience. They're asking, what do you want to happen with this show next?
I just want us to take off.
Okay.
I just want us to be, I want us to make a difference. I don't want it to be like a waste of a time type of podcast where we just ain't talking about nothing important, where nobody can take away something important from the show. Like, I want us to
Like
be
that.
educational. I do want people to learn something.
Like that.
Like, they don't have to pick up everything from the whole show, but pick up at least 2, 3 things. Like, you know what I mean?
Like
At
that.
least make us feel like we doing what we supposed to be doing.
Absolutely. I like that answer. 100. I like that. 2,000%. Because I told you, that's what I base the show off. I don't like having shows that have no point to them. Every show that I have and every topic that I take on, if somebody advises me or says something to me, I try to make a topic that has a point to it. And that's the point of the show. Like, seriously, if we're going to do it, might as well do it to change something. If I change one person, that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? Just put a little seed inside that dirt. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of water. And let's see if
Yep, a
they let
little
it grow.
mustard.
That's it. That's all I asked for. And yes, that is my answer to that question also. I love it. I love your answer, Kia. It was right on point. That's exactly something that the fuck I would say. Shit, I'm like, damn, did you take that from me? Yeah, I love it. I love it. But I would like to add to it. I got a lot of things going on behind the scenes, Kia. And what I want to do is add a real aspect to the show. I really want to, and my next podcast that I'm working on will have a couch, and I will have guests coming by. That will be the difference in my next show. This show, I really want to incorporate mass com. So I'm going to introduce games like Kahoot games, and I'm going to post like the numbers to the Kahoot game. I'm going to post them ahead of time. What? What?
You did me dirty with that one last time.
Yeah, but you was by yourself. You was by yourself. Chill, because I want everybody to join in and let's all play games together. So it's gonna be like that. I'm gonna introduce the cahoots with the numbers and everything, and then I got a couple other things coming along. I don't want to speak ahead of time and just get myself ahead of myself, but there's a lot of things coming right here, and I definitely want to upgrade a bunch of things to this right here. So we're working. I'm working on shit. I got it, and you gonna see. And it's like, okay, yeah, so there's a lot of different aspects that I really want to add. I really want to add a real live show aspect. You see how this bar is breaking us in between? Like, seriously, there's a way. I mean, I can make the bar disappear, like, seriously, and mask the two pitches. But I don't want to do that right there. I want some other shit, some new space age shit. That's that. I like technology, and they got AR, and they got all this augmented reality shit. And augmented reality actually put two people in the same place at the same time, right there. You see what I'm saying? Buddy, my
They getting out
buddy,
of
my
hand.
buddy.
They getting out of hand with this shit.
But then still, yeah, we're gonna get into that too. We have a show coming up about technology. I believe our next show, Keya, was what? What did we plan on next show? We planned on speaking about you gotta help me, Keya. You gotta help me. Hold on one second. Let's see. I think it was about future predictions, or was it the
Yep.
other one that you recommended, the pet peeves? I don't know which one. Which one we doing next?
Ata. First off, let me gag you real quick. I didn't pick pet peeves, baby.
Oh,
I
you
ain't say
didn't?
that.
Oh, I thought you picked pet peeves. My bad. I thought you said you was tired of certain shit. You was like, I'm tired of them bitches in front of me at McDonald's always talking shit. So I just moved in front of the bitch, and then she fucked around and said something. And I turned around and hit that bitch with a bottle. And Hannah like, no, you didn't, bitch. I know you didn't
hit
say.
nobody with no bottle at McDonald's.
Oh,
Okay,
my bad.
let's clarify. I was at Popeyes when I hit the girl with the fucking bottle, and no, it wasn't a glass bottle; it was a plastic Pepsi bottle. Okay,
Nah,
that's the
that bitch
difference.
said I had a dirt
Not
spot on my white sneakers, and I ain't had no dirt spot on my white sneakers, so she pissed me off. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, I don't care.
I was just fucking around.
No, because I actually had some shit like that happen at the fucking Popeyes. That's why I'm
Damn,
like,
I
hold
was
on, wait,
trying
it
to
was
help it
McDonald's.
like it was fake, like I was just joking, nigga.
No.
You gotta keep some of that shit down, nigga.
For what?
Turn down for what? I get it. Oh my gosh, it's time. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh, I forgot to send it over. Damn, I forgot to send it over. I forgot to send it over. Hold on one second. All right. Well, you know what time the sound that is. That's sound off right there. And I forgot to send the badge over. I don't know what transpired. But when I upgraded the computer, some of my files became dissident. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. So I got to reload that one back up. But anyways, regardless of that, it's the time of the show where we sound off about things we either missed or shit we got to say about life or shit that we got to say about the neighbor across the street. I don't really care. It's time to sound off. So, Keya, I'm going to let you go first. I got something to say.
All right, so y'all, let me tell y'all. All right, quick little story time, right? So this will piss me off today, right? So I was having a nice little quiet morning. You know, my phone rings for the first time. I said, okay. I look. I don't answer the phone. I looked at the phone. I watched it ring until the person hung up. Cool. So then I get on social media. I get on Facebook. I see my sister made a post. So I go and I click on it. So I'm watching her story. So I instantly catch an attitude. So then I call her. So I'm like, bro, is you good? So she like, no, I'm not fucking good. Somebody broke in my car. So now, you know me, I'm the ignorant one because I'm like, who the fuck breaks into a disabled veteran mommy van Who does shit like that?
Was there money in it?
Like they took her military ID, her license, you know, a
That's
couple
fucked
credit
up.
cards,
That's fucked up. They have to take a credit.
and her work stuff. But
Yeah.
the craziest part is, like, I can understand you taking the camera, right? But I can't understand why you took the work computer like you can get into the work computer. Like, you
People are really
literally just
stupid
took
about that. They just see something
like
and they take it. They're really dumb.
then the worst part is that, like, she just moved into this new apartment complex or whatever, like nice ass apartment, like next to the train station and everything. Super, super nice. She in Maryland. Um, they have a parking garage. There's cameras all throughout the fucking parking garage.
Yeah,
Why
there
the
is.
fuck don't none of them cameras work?
Yeah, that's just like the gardens. The gardens cameras don't work. They definitely don't work in the back. None of them shits work.
They should though. After that boy got
Oh yeah,
killed,
yeah,
they
yeah.
definitely
Listen, after the
mad.
shooting and after the murder, yeah, I bet you they got them cameras fixed, but they wasn't on before that.
I just thought that it was some real bullshit that the lady of the complex kept on trying to pick an argument with my sister, like she was in the wrong. So she's like, basically like, well, can you get the footage from the cameras so that we can at least like try to figure out who did what? Because you could tell that whoever it was that broke into the car, like they first off, they broke the door handle, number one. Then they was trying to steal the whole van. Like they literally tried to steal the whole car. It's a 2019 car. The anti-theft system went off, and then I guess they took off running. Like they could not get the car started or whatever, and then they left the doors wide open for the rest of the fucking night. I'm like, yo, whoever the fuck did that was on some bullshit. Like I don't like
You
nothing
already
like
know
that.
they
And then
on
it's
some
like,
bullshit, but Keya, you gotta remember. Come on, let's go back. I'm gonna take it back, and I'm gonna take it back to when I was younger. I did some stupid shit when I was younger, like break in and take radios out of cars and shit like that. Older niggas had me start like that when I was 13, 14, or 12 maybe. And it's like, okay, they used to sell the radios and get $20, $30 for the radios, but each one that we stole, they used to get $20, $30 for the radio. So it's like, okay, like I'm not gonna call them. I can't call them stupid, man, because I was at that point in one time in my life. So I'm gonna tell the truth and just be like, okay, look, we just being taught wrong as people. Like seriously, our children, us, all of that, we being taught wrong, and the yearn for money is being placed in the wrong place because we know no better. That's what I'm gonna say. You until you know better, you don't do better. And a lot of times, they look for a quick come up. That's the streets. You look for a quick come up. Am I wrong?
no, and I get that, but it's like, I don't know. I just, me personally, like, if it ever came down to it and I absolutely felt as though I needed to break into somebody's car, I'm not going for no disabled person shit. I'm not going for no
Did they
disabled
know?
veteran. You know what
Did
I mean?
they know? Did they know? That's the question.
Hell yeah. That's
Oh,
what.
okay.
Listen, it ain't no way that you couldn't. Like the tags
fucked up.
clearly say it. It's a handicap sign in the window.
I got
Like
you.
the little handicap thingy. It's one of
Thieves
those in
don't
the
care
window,
about
and
that,
then
though.
on her back window it says it.
Thieves got no they got no
Cautious.
It's not caution I'm looking for. It's like they don't care about respect. They respect about a thief. Like seriously, I don't give a fuck if it was I don't care who it was. If they dropped a load of money on the floor and it was a crackhead, he wouldn't give a fuck if the person was disabled, broke limbed, or whatever. If they accidentally dropped the money, he'd scoop that money up because he going to get him a rob. I'm saying, so you got to think like, think about even people who ain't on drugs in the streets. Like seriously, they do shit like that because they hungry. They trying to get it any way possible, and that's stupid because you're not gonna get that much money out of what they were doing. But at the same time, they just thinking about right then. You know what I'm saying? A bag of weed.
I don't like the idea of you. Okay, so like, and it's gonna sound like I'm being more so like it's okay for somebody that don't have kids for their car to get broken into or whatever. Like, and that's not what I'm saying. It's not okay for nobody car to get
Yeah,
broken
I don't
into.
think nobody should have their shit violated at all.
Yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel as though the people that don't have kids or like like important stuff in their car should be the only ones who get their stuff broken into. But I feel like if you visibly see people got car seats and shit in there that belong to their damn kids, like
Some people
you
don't care
fucking
about
with
that
their
shit, kid.
kids' safety
Some
and
people don't care
security.
about that
You know
shit,
what I
kid.
mean? Like you know what I had to listen to earlier today?
Yep.
When I was talking to my sister, my
I'm listening.
6-year-old nephew started crying because now he don't feel safe.
I get it. I get it.
Like it's like a sense of his safety is gone now. So now we've been having to deal with that all day. I don't like that kind of stuff. Like, so it really just ticked me off. And I hope I don't find out who it is, because I'll probably beat that motherfucker up. I ain't even gonna lie to you. If I ever come across the person that did it,
before
go ahead, nobody.
I sound off, because I was still gonna sound off. I'm gonna tell you that it's hard. It's hard because crime, I never knew crime had so many victims to it. One crime has multiple victims to it. I never knew that until after I started paying attention. There's people who's invisible victims to crimes that happen because people do certain things. And Keya, until we get this shit right as a country, man, this shit ain't gonna stop, man. Until we help people instead of hindering people and going off a capitalistic only diet, I mean, as though one value is better than the next, or because I own this yacht, I'm better than you. Once we get rid of those values right there, then it will be on a different plane. Everybody has an equal contribution or could contribute equally to this world, to this country, to this whole place. But until they stop hindering people and stop belittling people and making people feel less than and uplift us as a nation, then it's never going to happen. All right. And speaking about that,
Yeah.
I got a TGO PSA announcement for all homeboys or people that I know or people that are trying to do something. Listen, what I have is special, and I promise you it is special as fuck. And I need for you guys to want to get this bread, man. All my homeboys, listen, y'all niggas need to get up. Let's go. I'm telling y'all, get the fuck on. Let's go. Um, yo, like seriously, niggas don't understand. In order to change, you gotta push yourself to the limit. See, we never know our limits until we push ourselves or try to push ourselves past those limits. And I learned this through college. Keya, I'm gonna tell you, I had 18 credits at one time in one semester. That's about 7 classes. I had about 7 classes, and all those classes demanded work. I had so many writing exercises. I was writing probably 4. I don't want to call them essays because they wasn't short, but yet and still they were over 20,000 word essays. I had to produce at least 4 of those damn near every week for 4 different classes out of 7 classes. It was so horrible. I had math classes. I had all of that shit. And I didn't know. And I was trying to push through them. I didn't know if I could do it. It was the first time. And like I said, you never know until you try something. But I wanted to graduate at a certain time. So I said, fuck that. Give me all of them classes. And I did them. I didn't know I can pass at a high rate. Mind you, Keya, my lowest grade was a B at that time. All right. So I did it, and I did it well. But you never know until you push yourself to the limits. And I know that life is hard. And all my homeboys, Keya, as you heard, my homeboy T, he got like 9 kids. I swear to you, he got like 9 kids, and they're all a year apart. Let me tell you, they're all like right next to each other. So it's like his life is pretty hectic. Can you imagine?
Yeah, my cousin, he got let's see, my cousin is on child number 17, I believe.
Exactly. So whoa. Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, whoa. I know another nigga, he got 22, but that's from my childhood when I was younger, and I knew
That's
him.
my uncle.
He got like 22
Like
kids.
that.
That's crazy. I can't even believe it. I can't fathom what the hell. But what I say is, I know life is hard. You got 9 kids, but yet still, what we need to do is be able to mature ourselves so we can help those 9 kids. So, I'm employing people that I know to come on. Let's go ahead and let's rock this show. They all did work before. They always doing it before, and it just takes a spark. That's all it takes is a spark. And here you go. Plug in. Let's go in this energy. Plug in, nigga. Plug the fuck in. Let's go. But anyways, thank you, Keya. I would like to thank you for the night. I'd like to thank you for being here with me. And let me show you all of the shows and the people that came on this show. Your life is special, and I love it. And thank you for being here with me. You understand?
Absolutely.
You got anything to say right quick before I sound out?
No, y'all come back next week and check us out.
Just do this, son. The gag order. Let's go.